What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Fortnite. The event store and weekly store refreshments have arrived, and it brought the newest LMG, the Hacksaw, to Fortnite Save the World. Now, on a side note, there was also the backbreaker in the weekly store, so if you have the, the daily tokens or the gold saved up, it's really probably in your best interest to pick up both of those weapons. Now let's hop back on into the Hacksaw. Now first off, the TLDW of this entire enchilada is it usable in in-game? Absolutely. You can use this weapon in level 100 missions without a doubt. Now, is it going to be the best assault rifle out there? Definitely not. And with no element on it, not even energy damage at all, you are automatically going to be seriously reduced in damage versus elemental mobs, especially versus using the proper counter. Now, hopping right on into the weapon, now I did make the mistake of all mistakes, and I accidentally hit obsidian. Oh my god! Yeah, I accidentally hit obsidian. So, in light of that, I figured, what the heck, I'm taking it all the way to Brightcore, and we are going to check this bad boy out.
Alright, I'm taking this bad boy all the way up and playing with it today. Oh, it is going to be shadow sharded.
So it looks like a little neat control weapon, especially if you have one of those bosses. You can slow them down.
Just want to see if it's fun. In Battle Royale, this weapon stinks. You find a purple one and you throw it on the ground and you pick up the gray item sitting next to it. But every weapon that has come over from Battle Royale has had a different shot type. So I'm assuming this one will be no different. The thing with the shot type on this one in Battle Royale is it just sucks. So the shot type is a good thing. Now, on the same note, I suck at Battle Royale, so every weapon I use kind of sucks. But, oh shit! God damn it, I just accidentally obsidianed it.
Now first off, let's take a look at the perks. Now, these are fixed perks. Every single Hacksaw will roll with these perks, and there will never be any different. However, they're not the greatest perks in the world. However, they're definitely not the worst perks in the world either, as, you know, we've got 14% fire rate. Now, first off, do we really need fire rate on an LMG? Probably not. 38% magazine size, that is not actually a terrible thing. 50% reload speed, that is not really a terrible thing either. And then we've got damage dealt, snares the target by 30% for 6 seconds. And then increased damage to snared targets. So the first shot's going to snare them, the second shot is going to do increased damage. Now, of course, that second shot comes real quick. Now, if we look at the critical hit chance of the weapon itself, it's 5%. Critical hit damage, 50%. It's not going to dish out the pain, as I mentioned earlier, as the proper elemental counter weapon would. However, on the same note, it is capable of getting the job done, and it's actually kind of fun to use. It's nice to mix it up. It does take the small ammo type, and you will plan on spraying some rounds for sure. But for a direct comparison, I wanted to bust out the Hacksaw, and then also the Neon LMG that we got from the last event. So let me go ahead and make a Mercury LMG as well, and get these guys both in action for a comparison of the two against power level 100 mobs. Now, this isn't going to be a completely 100% fair comparison, as the Mercury LMG I've got here is shadow sharded, which the Mercury would have been shadow sharded too, or pardon me, the Hacksaw would have been shadow sharded too, if I just wouldn't have hit the wrong darn button. However, what's done is done. Let's find us a nice level 100 map that we can do a little bit of mob killing to test this guy out. Alright, and finally we got us a sleeping smasher over here. Boy, I tell you, they are always around when you don't want them, but they're never here when you do. So anyway, let's get this bad boy reloaded and see exactly how quick we can burn through this level 100 smasher. Actually not terrible. I mean, the smasher and the husky husk, and still rounds left over in the clip. Now obviously it's a massive magazine, so tough to go by that, but it did chew through that smasher, no doubt about it. Now let's see if we can't find us another. And then we see we do have an elemental smasher that appears to have taken a little bit of damage. That's over there beating on a survivor. Now this is a nature smasher, so the best thing that could happen is to use a fire weapon against this. However, I am going to use the hacksaw here. So let's see what we can do. Is he even going to come over to me?
Target not yet located.
It's definitely not going to be one clip. There's no doubt about that. Let's just go ahead and reload now. Got him down pretty far, but definitely not a one-click job on the elemental smasher. Now, still not the end of the world. Still was able to get the kill there, and still able to get the job done. But remember, just not quite as efficient. So let's go ahead and see if we can't find one more for a direct comparison using the neon weapon from the last event. Alright, and then we have a, looks like a water smasher right here. Now, remember, the neon LMG, or the mercury LMG, is an energy weapon. So although it's not as good as having the proper counter, it is better than having no element at all. So let's take a peek at that. About the same there, really. It seems like the hacksaw actually may have gotten through it just a little bit quicker. Now this, of course, is comparing a 130 weapon to a 106 weapon, which isn't 100% fair, and wasn't able to do it in one clip. That is for darn sure. However, still able to get the kill with that one as well. Now, once again, it's an LMG. It's meant for stationary fire. It's not super accurate. It can be accurate in short bursts with stationary fire. However, it will definitely not win any races on the DPS meters. So, long story short, good weapon, particularly if you don't have access to any legendary weapons. You might want to consider picking it up. However, it will not be the best weapon you find in the game. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the base stats a little bit more. So, as I mentioned earlier, the perks are not, 100% the ideal thing I would want. There is no element at all on it. However, it is knocking out 6,652 damage per hit. But look at the headshot damage. The headshot damage is significant, and that makes you want to take your time, slow down, stand still, and use short bursts with this weapon. Now, a big magazine size and a relatively quick reload time means it's a weapon that will indeed get the job done for you. However, will not be the best weapon you find over your course of playing Fortnite. So hopefully that helps everyone decide whether or not they want to purchase the hacksaw. As I said before, if you don't have access to a lot of legendaries, pick it up. If you're a collector like myself and just has to have everything, pick that up too. And the hacksaw may or may not be something you use on a regular basis compared to the rest of your arsenal. So thank you for watching. Click that like button, please subscribe to the channel, and I will be back soon with more Fortnite. Now remember, I do stream Fortnite every day, Tuesday through Saturday, over at Twitch at 5 p.m. Pacific Time. Swing by and say hello. Thanks again, and I will see you there.